Good morning, my YouTube family and friends. Welcome back to the channel. If you're new here, please remember to subscribe to the channel, like a video or two or more, and share them, guys. Please and thank you. And for those of you who have been here with me right through, I want to say thank you for your support, and we'll just continue onward and upwards. And for those of you who are new to the channel, welcome to the MVP family. Please know that you're always appreciated. So thank you, guys. Today we're going to be rising like Phoenix. And as we rise, we're going to rise strong. We're going to rise with the ability to find resilience in these challenging times. Last night, it was early morning, as I went to bed, maybe like 2 o'clock. I was just playing Scrabble, and I saw something posted by our dear Jet. Jet is going through a lot of health issues, and she's preparing herself now to lose some weight so she can work, I think, to get surgery on her knees. She has to get 2 knee replacements. And, I think so many things went through my head. And, sometimes we're going through some small challenges and we complain and we cry and and then you think of challenges that others are going through and not sure how we would be able to handle it. I do have arthritis in one knee, and sometimes it can be challenging, but thank God I'm able to push through it so far. But then you think of others who it is so much, it is so overwhelming. Jet spends a lot of time in bed because of health issues, and when she gets out, I'm so happy. I'm so proud of her. So today I'm talking to all of us, and I'm just saying, I'm just hoping for us that we'll be able to rise strong, that we'll be able to find the resilience in the challenging times, not only in health issues, but financial issues and relationship issues, that we will rise up like Phoenix and we will stay strong and resilient. So when we talk about resilience, guys, resilience is just basically the ability to bounce back, right? The ability to bounce back from adversity and grow stronger through the challenges. Don't let the challenges tear us down, but let us find ways to bounce back from these challenges. Remember when I went through part of one of my challenges. That was a huge challenge. I'm home now, and I'm so sorry. It's real, guys. Allergies are real. It's the season for it, and so there's always challenges that we're gonna face, and they come in different forms. As I said, now it's allergy season. This is one of my challenges. When I wake in the mornings, I go through a whole thing of sneezing. Then I calm down, but I guess, I don't know, there must be something in this space that is triggering more sneezes. But I've been up a long time. I got up at 7 something. So yeah, I went through mine and I didn't curl up and give up. I got therapy and became stronger and better, stronger, better me. Today I'm just promoting the soup kitchen, the Blessing Soup Kitchen. So I'm promoting that today. But usually, guys, I always say that we just need to become stronger, better, Um, and it's just for me, and the weight loss journey is 1 pound at a time, and for all of us it's just 1 day at a time, one step at a time. We just don't need to overwhelm ourselves, but just make sure that you're doing the little things you need to do in order to become a stronger and better person. Again, we have to have the mindset to build resilience. Resilience is not just going to happen. Remember, resilience is the ability to bounce back when adversity comes. So whether it's in a relationship, resilience is not just sitting down and giving up. Resilience is fighting onward. If you love and care about somebody, you know they love and care about you, but there are little differences because we are not the same. We're different. We came together and became one in a union, and so we have to remember that people are not going to do things like we do it. People are not going to have the same vocabulary like we have. People are not going to express love the same way we knew how or we are able to. People are coming with different things, but the differences have to come together to become one and the same. And so in order to do that, we have to appreciate what each person brings. We have to be resilient. We have to be strong. We can't give up. We can't say, oh, he's a kind person, or she's so kind and she does this for me, but I can't. No, it's take out the but and try to understand what it is that you find differently in it, and learn to appreciate it. Learn to handle it in a way that it doesn't affect all these other things on this side. Some of us, we have so much good, but there's one little bad, and we use that to diminish all the good. But so let us be resilient. And when the little things happen, the adversity comes, some would be small, some would be huge. But we have to find that middle ground. We have to try hard. We have to be resilient. We have to be strong to find the middle ground. So it's a mindset. Are you willing to work hard, or are you just willing to just give up because it's easier to give up? But don't give up on a good thing, because you're never going to find it again. It's harder to start over, to rebuild, to start building instead of just fixing what is happening and what you've built already and make it work. So your mindset is important. If you are caring about what's going on, you have to be optimistic. You have to be grateful, and so that you can have that growth in the mindset of working on instead of tearing down. Again, embracing vulnerability, right? Sometimes we have to be resilient because I don't know. Sometimes they say that we become vulnerable, right, to things, and they think that because you're vulnerable, it should create weakness. But let's not do that. Let us be strong. Let us be authentic about our struggles. We become vulnerable because we think people are going to laugh at us. We become vulnerable because we think that, oh, we're the only ones going through it. Again, I say, if we don't open our mouths and speak, a mouth that stays shut doesn't get fed. When people do not know, then you don't get the amount of support, whether it's just verbal support, financial support. However, if you become, I don't know how to say it, but don't be weak. Weakness is just feeling that I don't want people to. I don't want people to. But we're not looking at, well, people can. People can. They're not only going to, talk about you. They're not only going to laugh about you, but people can uplift you. People can motivate you. People can support you. All right, so let us focus on those things. Embrace being vulnerable. Put yourself out there. I remember when I went out, I was 316 pounds. 316 pounds. And what was it? And the inability to move as much as I could because of the injury to my knee. Remember, I tore a ligament, the meniscus in my left knee, and it was pushing back at me so hard, it was so painful that I was just happier to sit because moving around was so painful. And because of that, I'm still eating my lunch, I'm still eating my dinner, but I'm not moving like I used to. And so the weight stopped building more. I was always, I have the weight, but not so overwhelming. I got to 180, I got to I think I got to 210. And doing that whole year of my knee because I'm doing therapy, I'm doing everything. But then the pain in the knee was horrible. No changes. And then after the surgery, it took time again to heal. It took a long time to heal. So for me, I was happier to sit and find comfort than to keep pushing through, And so when I went out there with my 316 pounds, I remembered somebody said, oh, for you to put yourself out there like that, that it takes courage, it takes heart, because to put yourself in that vulnerable situation where, people are seeing you as a big person. And I took a little offense to it because I said, I will hope that people don't only see the weight I'm carrying, but they'll also acknowledge the other things that I do. Because regardless of my weight, it didn't stop me from showing kindness. It didn't stop me from speaking love and supporting. It didn't stop those things. It didn't stop me from being smart. I think I'm smart. from, from having the ability to teach people's children and was successful at it. So you hope that in you becoming vulnerable or you putting yourself out there, that people will not just see blob and oh my God, but they will see beauty, they will see strength, they will see kindness and caring. Again, in order for us to find resilience in challenging times, remember, cultivating supportive relationships is a must. We have to cultivate those relationships. And as I said, they don't have to be sexual relationships. Sexual relationship comes with another hardcore sense of vulnerability. Let me say that. Because if we are not getting what we need from it, it's going to create sadness, it's going to create anger, it's going to create a lot of things that are unnecessary. So let us learn to form relationships that are free, flowing, good natured, uplifting, and encouraging. Sometimes it's just somebody to talk to you. Just that's all you need. Somebody to talk. I'm sorry, guys. It's natural, it's normal, it's allergy season, and these are natural things. We all blow our nostrils, right? We blow the nostrils. I remember that sometimes kids would pass gas in the classroom, and that they would just try to feel so embarrassed because the other kids would laugh at them and oh my God, get out of here, da, da, da. Or disrupt the classroom. And I always have to say, not always, because once you talk to them and let them know, listen, we all do it, right? You pass gas too. Isn't it a normal thing? So why are you going to make it become such a hard thing? Like, they didn't get up and put it in your face or get up and, sometimes we need to understand that it's not everything become an uproar. You pass gas, I pass gas, we all pass gas. It's a natural part of the process. So just let it be, guys. Just don't make a big deal. Don't put somebody down because of that. So yes, so my nostril is allergies, and so again, um, you find support, and with the support, you get into it with a clean mind. A lot of us as men, I say, you have your beautiful wives, and when I say beauty, I'm not talking about face, because a lot of people think like, oh, it's no, it's not the face, it's the heart, it's how they treat you, what they do for you, what they do for the family on a whole. That's what beauty is. It's not the pretty face and the nice shape and the browning that's not beauty. Beauty is in the eyes of the beholder, and so, but I'm saying you have your beautiful wives or your beautiful partners, whether it's wives or husbands, and then you'll go out on the street and you look at a girl with a big booty and you get excited. Cut it out. Learn to appreciate people. If you just appreciate people's minds, that's a good thing. It's not just about the outward appearance. Learn to appreciate what they bring to you. Some people, you see some girls, they look what you call beauty. And some things that comes out of the mouth, you wonder, some behaviors that they display, some kind of things that they harbor in the head. So look at beauty as somebody who is caring and kind, and when tough times come, they're there. And when the good times are there, everybody enjoy it. So please remember what beauty is. So form relationships where you're not looking because somebody walks nicely or they look a certain way or they do that excites you. Look at the person. Look at what they bring to the table. And don't destroy what you have built already. Don't destroy it. So we have to work and build on those kinds of attitudes where you can talk to people and it doesn't mean I need to get into bed with you. You can have good conversations without wanting the excess stuff. So, reflect on your values as you build resilience, because you need that to build resilience. Your values are important. What matters most to you helps to build resilience. If nothing matters, then you're not gonna have anything to work for, to work towards. But if you have the values and you say, look, huh? All right, thank you. If you have values set, if you have your goals set, then you're going to become more resilient to make sure that you reach these goals. All right. So look for the things that matter. Some of us are grandparents, and we say one of the most exhilarating thing is just having the grandkids come around and you're able to play with them, to move with them, to have good times and to keep up with them. Because like my grandkids, they are so active. They're so active. So I have to give God the glory that I stayed focused. I dropped some pounds, quite a few pounds. Not as much but as I said, it's 1 pound at a time. I'm not going to overwhelm myself. and then start curling up in bed and giving up because I was expecting to lose 100 pounds and I only lost, you know, a percentage of that. I am thankful for every pound I lost, for every time I'm able to get up and move. Now I'm trying to run. The other day, I was trying to get to something quickly. I think the phone was ringing. It was in the bedroom and I was up in the living room. And I actually was able to run down, not fast, but I was running down to get my phone. And so for every stride and every little thing, I find that I am finding the strength to go on, and I'm making the progress, and I'm pushing through, and I'm empowering and encouraging myself, because one of the things that I want to see happen is that when my grandkids come around, I have the energy to keep up with them, that I'm able to keep up with them, that I'm able to push through and keep up with them. You know, I don't want them to come in the house and get hurt. So I want to make sure I know where they are. The house is not childproof, so they just go. They just go. And so I am thankful for that. So again, my kids are very supportive. My husband is very supportive. I have people that I can call and they're right there to support me. So I have to have that supportive relationship. People whom you can call. My sister in New York, my brother, he comes in, he comes up from New York. He works in Connecticut. He's a teacher as well. And just having him come in and, hey, you all right? And I'm down in my room like yesterday. He came in. Usually I'm up in the living room area, but I was in my room yesterday. And he left and he says, wait a minute. I have to come check on you, make sure you're okay, because usually you're up there, not today, you're down here. And I was cracking up. I said, I was cracking up because I said, God, thank you. Thank you. Because you want to have that support. You want to make sure that you have people you can reach out to, or there are people who reaches out to you. Again, practice self-compassion. Don't sit there and feel like, I'm going to be doing, I'm going to do this, do that, but not thinking of yourself, and to be mindful and to have your reflections. Always stop and think about things. Self-reflection is good because it kind of said to you, wait a minute, I could have done that differently. I could have done that differently. But sometimes we just do things, we say things, and we don't stop and think about it. We don't reflect on things. And whether it was good or whether it was bad, we just continue that same mode. Sometimes we need to stop and reflect. Was that necessary? How can I do that differently? And so that you can grow and you can become more resilient at what you do and how you do it. So be kind to yourselves, especially during difficult times. Don't beat up on yourself. Don't sit there and put yourself down and give up. Be kind to yourself. Treat yourself well. Love yourself. Look in the mirror and tell yourself, you're beautiful. You're strong. Right? You're smart. Empower yourself. You're kind. You have done well. Don't give up on yourselves. Treat yourself well. Give a little smile. I'm 64 this year. I'm not going to give up and give in. I feel good about being 64 and I'm able to do as much as I've done and still wanting to do more. So be good to yourself. Smile in the mirror and look at you. Be happy for the skin that you're in. Be proud of it. Be thankful. And just go out and do the best you can do. So as you go forward, remember, resilience is a skill that can be cultivated. Resilience is a skill that can be cultivated, right? You have the strength to overcome the challenges that may come facing you. I have the strength to overcome my challenges of my weight. I'm moving, I'm on the gazelle later today. I'm going to go down, get on the treadmill, and I'm trying my best to do the things I can do. I go outside, I walk in the yard. I'm going to start videotaping some of the back and forth out in the yard. And when Danny's truck is parked right there, it's hard to navigate. I mean, I can. I just feel like without the truck there. But so later in the day, I'll go out and I do my walking. But in the meantime, I do get on the gazelle in the living room area, and I do my, I do a lot of dancing. You do the same. Dance where you are. Don't just sit and be and just engulfed, like just all that you worry about is, oh, my knee hurts when I move, or sometimes the knee hurts, but you push through it. Because sometimes the knee hurts because it needs a good bend and stretch, bend and stretch. It needs a good massage in it. It needs just to be moving. And you move and you rub it and you keep going. But if you sit down and everything becomes tight and caked up and just tight, it's harder to move them. But if you keep moving them, keep dancing, keep doing what you do. As I said, you don't have to be up on your feet to dance, you know. You could sit right where you are, you could dance, swivel your hips and dance and move your hands, lift your hands, stretch your hands out, lift them up, bring them in front of you and clap them and move them. I'm telling you that as we talk about resilience today, I remembered this. My two rotator cuffs are torn up. This one is torn up, more torn than this. What was that? I don't drive. Even though I have my own vehicle, I'm not a person who, I'm not, I'm not, um, I'm not excited about driving. And so, what has that done? As a teacher, I used to teach 7th grade social studies for just a year. And during that time, I loved the school because you didn't have stairs to climb. It was a flat building. But when you get out in the front of the building, my classroom was at the end of the building. The history classes were at the back of the building. So you have to navigate through and through. And I used to, one of the things for me as a teacher that I am happy that I always do, I always make sure I check my children's work. I never give kids work and it's just a busy work. Any work I give to them, I try to make sure that I check it. So I was lugging home, like, I had 72 kids that I was responsible for. And I was lugging all of that, all of their work on my shoulder in my book bag, and plus the teacher's book and whatever else. My book bag was so full. And at the time I didn't have the pull ones. And I was just lugging it on my shoulders. And it seems like that constant in the shoulder blade or whatever happened, but it tore up the rotator cuff. When I moved from Maryland, before I moved from Maryland, I couldn't raise my shoulders. I couldn't lift my arms above my head. When I went to the doctor, to the orthopedic, the first thing he wanted to do was I did the X-ray and they saw that the rotator cuffs, something was wrong, and they sent me to do the MRI. The MRI showed that the shoulders were bad. This one was very bad. And the first thing that they wanted to do was to start shooting cortisone in my shoulders. That wasn't something that excited me, and I says, no, I'm not going to take that. And so he gave me the thing, and I had to put this one, not the right one, but this one, had to be in that thing over your shoulder, the cast over your shoulder, and just to support it because it was hurting like crazy to move it. Remember, I couldn't put my hands behind my back. And at no point they suggested therapy. When I moved from there, came back to Connecticut, and I went to the doctor during the summer. I came up July. I went to the doctor about August. And I was talking to him about my shoulders. He sent me to the orthopedics. And when I went, he said, you have to do surgery. He said, I don't know how you take care of yourself because the rotator cuffs are so badly torn. And I said, sir, I need my hands. How am I going to do surgery on my shoulder? You know, I'm a teacher. I need my shoulder. I need, And I said, what are the alternatives? And he says, therapy. Let's see if therapy will help. And if therapy helps, then, And I'm here today, no surgery on my shoulders. I've heard stories of people who did the surgeries and came out years of suffering. Because there's no perfection in things. And so you go in and if you are not able to keep the shoulder the way they want you to keep it, then what happens if it gets torn again or doesn't heal correctly? So I opted for the therapy, and yes, sometimes I still feel it, but then I remembered how the therapist, how she would go in with the 2 fingers and she would poke certain areas, and like it just loosens up and the blood flows in nicely again, and the pain is gone. But I'm grateful to God that my hands can still go behind my back. I can hold my hand, one hand hold the other behind my back. I can clap above my head. I can reach, I can reach. I couldn't do that before. And so there are solutions, guys, to doing things. And so you push through and you get those solutions and you make yourself better without the unnecessary. So, again, resilience is cultivated. You have to build resilience. It's not just going to come to you. If you sit down and give up, yeah. There's no resilience. You're not fighting. You're not trying. You just give up and complain. Nothing will change. It's years. I came back up here 2012. And 2012 until now. And I'm still moving my shoulders. When they act up, I know exactly how to massage them. And so it's not as overwhelming as it used to be. Used to have like the stress on my back, and Danny put the pulley up in one of the arches, and so I do the pulleys, up, down, and so I extend my shoulders all the way up above, and that helps. So in resilience, we find things that will help us to push through, and so we can be strong, and so we can soar, or we can rise like the phoenix. All right, we can rise like the phoenix. So today, guys, make it a great day by choice. Remember what all right, this is for another day, but remember that God will grant us what we ask when we show him what we have done with what he has already blessed us with, right? So let us be resilient. Let us be strong. Let us look for the support we need, and so that we can just keep rising like the phoenix and then soar like the eagles. Make it a great day by Charles Beth Brown. Be good to yourself. I see you continue to grow. I wish you God's blessings on your endeavors and on your channel. And guys, if you haven't supported her yet, if you're new to my channel, please go over to Life with Beth Brown and smash that subscribe button. Watch her videos, help her to grow, help her to just get her watch hours in, because she needs that now so she can go into the next phase. in her YouTube journey. Little J plays I See You, I See You. You've got dear 1,000 subscribers. I think 1,010 and growing. So God is good. God is good. So I'm happy for you guys. Now you can work on your watch hours and get to the next part of your journey. Trending Live TV, guys. She's also working on her watch hours. Please go and support her. Support her. Watch her long lives. Just support her. She's an awesome human being and deserves every support she can get. Buddha, who else? The J. Jordan, he's down in Stone Mountain doing some long hiking thing. Oh my God. Today that's what he did, but usually he does a lot of exercises. A lot of exercises. You can go watch him, support him, subscribe to him, tell him Miss Bev sent you. And just support, guys. Each one helps one. We're not islands. We're not alone. So each one helps one. It's not going to take away anything from you. You have some people, like, they feel like if they support you, you're going to be better than they are. No, don't do that. You know, you are getting the rewards for what you put out. If you give somebody a chance and they put out more than you, then don't get frustrated. You go and put out a little bit more, because we're our rewards, and we're going to get the rewards from the fruits of our labor. So if we put in a little bit, we're going to get a little bit of reward. If we put in a lot, we're going to get a huge reward. So don't do that. Don't look down at anybody's channel and talk smack. Don't say I'm not going to support. You might not go over a comment. You might not even watch another video. But give them, subscribe to their channel and help them to grow. Because there are people who will appreciate their content, but just help them to grow. You don't have to go back and watch, if it's not something you really, really like, but subscribe and support. Okay, be good, be careful. Please remember to smash the like button, share a video or two, please, and help me to continue growing. Make it a great day by choice. Have a surprise for you tomorrow. Tomorrow I'll share with you the surprise. Take care, everybody. Be good.